Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Build a City project. Back in Majestic Valley here, back with the Huntington family. Ready to complete another round with them and stock up the town's meat supply. See here, the family's just hanging out this morning and doing some bits and pieces. Now, I've said this before, don't be deceived. Meredith is indeed pregnant, but there is some sort of glitch with her outfit where she hasn't changed into her maternity outfit. So, occasionally you'll see a bump, and yeah, sometimes you won't. So, she's definitely preggo. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to see the birth, though, because I'm probably going to be playing with another family when she gives birth. I can keep an eye on it though. If I see her around town, I can check on her pregnancy progress and then maybe switch over to her when she gets close to 100%. So a little bit of stuff I've been doing in the background with this world. I've started the next phase of the development in Creator World. I may do a stream on that sometime and just show what I've done. I mean, essentially there's going to be 4 or 5 different phases to the world. So as it is now, basically with no kind of buildings or rabbit holes or networks, path networks, road networks, anything like that. But the next phase has a path network, a pretty small one, and after that I may extend the path network out a little bit more. Yeah, I don't know why. I think she's just having a really weird pregnancy. I think that was pregnancy nausea, and I don't know why she has it at this stage in her pregnancy. But yes, so the next phase I'm probably going to look at extending the path network a little bit more. So we might see a couple of changes in, or go through a couple of iterations of the world before we actually start to see roads. Maybe by the, so this is the first iteration, second, third, probably by the 4th iteration I'll start to include roads. But that won't be for a while, so yeah, for the meantime we can just enjoy transport by foot or by horse. So Trapper's been out hunting all day. His parents are fishing. And he's headed over to the island. I was also thinking about what to do with the island and whether I want to keep it an island or whether I actually want to merge it with the mainland. And, you know, kind of under the, I guess you could say that there was some land reclamation to extend it out a little bit. Because at the moment the map is very similar to Riverview, and I do want to create a bit of a distinction so that it's not like I am just playing in a different Riverview. I do want there to be some distinction here, yeah. So we got a roast from that, which is pretty random, but I guess the town will need a roast at some stage. I'll consider that a luxury. I might hike the price on that one by heaps if I can. Actually, I don't think I can control the prices of individual items. I think it's just with the market stall, it's basically you can only control the price of all items in the store. So here I decided to send everyone to the community ground. Well, not everyone, sorry. I decided to send the family to the community meeting ground just to hang out, and I was hoping some of the other residents would show up. But you'll see that it just ends up being the Huntington family spending time here. So you can see that I've replaced the bonfire with the fire pit. I think I may have done that in the previous episode. I'd already changed it over. Yeah, the routing is kind of annoying. But I have seen on Tumblr, and I think it's on Mod The Sims now, there's a mod for pets routing that improves it so that the pets don't need as much room to interact with people or other pets. So that should improve routing. I haven't tested it yet, but there's also a version for Sims in testing as well. So I think I might install those the next time I play the game. I haven't actually played it at all this week. I had last touched it the weekend just gone, and I mean, I don't even know when this is going to be uploaded. I've been doing a lot of voiceovers for all the footage that I recorded over the weekend, so everything that I say in regards to time and time periods is going to be way off because these videos are going to be released in a staggered manner. So, but I mean, the next time I plan on, and probably in the next recording, you might see some improvements with the routing. I'm hoping you do, because the feedback that I've seen regarding the mod has been pretty positive.
Oh yeah. No.
And I love how they play an actual game here. Like, it's just fun to watch them and watch, you know, the games be so dynamic. And you can watch the actual progress of the game. So Trapper and Follower are pretty much even here, and I was sure that Follower was going to win. We'll get that last bunny knocked over. But Trapper proved me wrong. And he manages to beat his dad, which is really cool. So of course the usual tiredness can only mean one thing, and it's basically time to send everyone home. Oh no, actually no, they're going to eat first and then they're going to go home. Alright, so everyone's home and it looks like Trapper and Meredith are already asleep. So Fowler's going to join them. And now we're at day 25 of the settlement. This is a relatively short episode. Compared to the others anyway, because I mean they were pretty much, I was really just focusing on having them stock up the meat supply, and so there was no real kind of original gameplay here. It was very much a lot of the stuff that I've shown before. So Fowler's out hunting today. We'll see how he does. At the moment I feel like Trapper has had the most success. Mind you, I think I've actually been sending him out to hunt more than Fowler. Meredith has definitely been sticking with fishing just because she's pregnant, so I want to keep her kind of, you know, by the home lot. But I feel like I've mostly been sending Trapper out to hunt.
Ow!
Didn't even last long in that attempt. That was just really bad. And I've said before that Sims do actually, the more they hunt, the better they become, and the more successful they are. So that will be good for the meat supply in the town.
Nanufi. Dripsy ver wap. Simador. Samana. Inachana. Libor. Oh. Booter Baritsi. Nivo.
Darbo! Jeeb! Huh?
Right, so we're at day 26 now.
Oh. Asamana.
And it's back to the same old bathing and fishing. One good thing is that, you know, their fishing skill is getting pretty high. So the quota, the 5 fish per day, they're meeting that pretty quickly. I'm not too worried about the type of fish that they catch. I just want them to catch 5 fish because it's purely for food right now. I'm not really interested in the collection aspect of fishing. Fowler was getting, not Fowler, Trapper was getting a bit hungry, so he stopped fishing, so I got him to munch on something from his inventory just to kind of satisfy him a little bit. Alright, so I decided today to send basically the entire settlement to the community grounds. So yeah, everyone in town is going to be there at some point. It does take me a little while to get everyone there. So we've got the Nung horses here, and Brisk is at the community grounds. So this will be an interesting opportunity to, or an interesting time, an opportunity to see how, I guess, the town kind of react to each other. Gwen has gone immediately to tend her stall, and she'll be working throughout most of the day. I did see Henrietta arrive, but I can't see her right now. There's Mary and Beryl. I can see me as well, the Nung's dog. Looks like Meredith bought something off Gwen. Now, at this point I do start to notice a bit of lag, particularly, in fact, exclusively when I rotate the camera. One of my attempts to troubleshoot this, and you will notice it later on, is to reduce the frame rate of the game. It doesn't fix the issue, so I go back to, so I reduced it from 60 FPS to 30 FPS, but it doesn't seem to resolve the issue, so I'm going to revert it back to 60. I can see the cats there in the background. And just after doing some research, it turns out it may just be that the Sims have too much in their inventories, so what I'm going to have to start doing is storing their items in like a chest, or putting them in the market stalls.
That you.
So you can see here I'm just taking the opportunity to have Meredith give Gwen some of the produce that she's found. So that will give Gwen some new crops to plant. And Trapper also gave Mary his lettuce that he found when he was hunting. I think that's me barking at the weather statue there. Meredith is brushing Barrel, so it's nice to see everyone's getting along, although I did see Barrel and Scratcher getting into a bit of a tiff before. And I did notice that Victoria was missing, Victoria and Adeline from the Beaufort household, so, and I did invite them over, like I did use the NRUS cheat to bring them over. You can see that Henrietta and Edgar are here, but for some reason Victoria and Adeline didn't come, so I do have to re-invite them over. I'm pretty sure they show up at some stage. I also noticed the twins aren't here. Hopefully they show up at some point.
Naruba? Huh?
Yipso.
Linto.
Osu.
Zeeb. Sasha my Wabla Deeg. Parfu. Sabaga. Shatuzava.
Cargo. Wassa fassa kiza bean.
Gord Jabadunk. Zoob Jahani Mas. Ebi. Juxipto Megradidi Bump. Ribby Twibs. Yep.
So there's Adeline. She eventually shows up. But it looks like the twins are AWOL. And there's Meredith, loving to scare someone. She's scaring her... She's pregnant herself and she decides to scare her pregnant friend.
Kishani Bleeb. Nashtuga. Jarkoof. Wasn't Jeb Jeb. Nashtu.
At this point it is getting pretty late, people are getting tired, so I send everyone home.
Vahaniswa Aska. Imbla.
Right, so with day 27, there's going to be a bit of a change to the world in that I'm going to be building the first structure. And I'm doing this because Meredith is pregnant and I don't want the baby to be born outdoors. And they have enough money to buy to construct something, so I'm going to start working on a cottage for them,
Oh, Mashka.
and you'll see that a little bit later on. But for the meantime, I'm just getting them ready for the day, so they're having their breakfast, and then they can go out, do their usual hunting and fishing.
Skibdash. Chusha. Chumakasi.
Yizuka! Ha! Oh.
Alright, so we're at the build portion of the video, so you essentially this is like a mini speed build. And to start with here, I was kind of deciding where I actually wanted the cottage to sit on the lot. Decided to center it a bit. And it's going to be very, very small. Because of course they don't have much money, but they also don't really need a lot of space right now. They're quite satisfied with what they have. So, you know, it's not like they need like a full-on living room and kitchen and all that, because it's just not needed right now. So, yeah, it's going to be very, very basic. And in terms of, I guess, the style that I was going for here, I mean, I had a look at some kind of Victorian style cottages that are quite common in New Zealand here, and decided to, yeah, basically design the, I guess we can start calling it a house. The house around what I've kind of seen in my, not necessarily my own neighborhood, but I've seen around before. And yeah, so I was playing around with the roof here. I kind of get a bit annoyed with the clipping on the side there, so I was seeing if I could adjust it to reduce it as much as I could, because that flashing does kind of irritate me a little bit. Now choosing the roof detail, go with a nice, oh, not yet, I get to it eventually, a nice, yeah, copper iron roof. I don't know if it's copper, it's kind of copper coloured. And then just choosing the doors. One door for now, but I eventually go with 2 doors to centre it with the stairs. Now choosing the windows. And with the with the materials, I was basically going for the cheapest as possible. So I was looking for walls and floors that are free, essentially, and then just recoloring them. I do kind of shoot myself in the foot because I forget that. So I'm used to The Sims 2 where the foundation, the default foundation color, so the brick, if you want to change it, you have to pay for it. But with the creator style, you can actually change the brick. I'm pretty sure you can just change the brick, but here I completely forgot about that. So I just went and painted the foundation with a color, spent money on that, and then with a paint, I think I painted it with a paint, and then ended up recoloring it that way when I could have just recolored the brick with the wood texture that I ended up putting on there. So a bit stupid. I do have my stupid moments often. It's just an example of one of many of them. Coloring the columns here, and it has a bit of a freeze, this building. Not the best use of their money, but I did want the building to kind of look the way I wanted it to look, so here I'm just kind of trying to decide what I want the freeze to be. So I go for these shingles here, and yeah, it's a nice kind of rustic white or grey kind of colour, and the windows are going to be a medium to dark brown. So just colouring all of those there, and putting the exterior walls on the interior, and then having a fireplace too. All the houses will have fireplaces. Recolouring the door, and then the steps, and yep, here we go, put in the extra door, and just adding some detail, some ground detail there. And then, yeah, basically starting to move things onto the house. So we've got the laundry here. Now, the good thing about this is that the laundry they're going to start having laundry because they are no longer going to be sleeping in tents. Well, Trapper's going to be sleeping in a sleeping bag, and the parents are going to be sleeping in a bed. So that will start to generate laundry. The one irritating thing about the cribs here is that there's one little piece of white trim that you can't recolor, which kind of irritates me. I didn't want any white on the crib at all, but I was stuck with that piece of like fabric at the very top. Now recoloring the fireplace, giving it a bit more of a rustic kind of metal, and then some lamps. And lastly, just moving the fire pit closer to the house. And that's basically it. And you will get a better view of it a bit later on. I didn't think to show it just then. I mean, don't know why, but I didn't. And there's a random townie that's generated at the community ground, so I just got rid of them. And Fowler has finished work for the day, so he's just chatting with Gwen. They both finished their shifts at the market. Right, and here's basically what the house looks like from the exterior. So I think here I was just basically just checking what it looked like. I mean, it's the nighttime, but we'll see it again at some stage in the daytime.
Dag dag.
Oh! Very kunga. Greg, Fleazak. Yeah, very kunga. So, horrible country. Lord, not push. So.
Oh, you was he.
Oh, ho, ho!
Oh, Disney. Oh. Oh, yes. I boo. A goose.
Okay, and that completes the round for the Huntington family. There's the tax stake. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.